bring on the bacchanal and let we jump and wave. We just come alive when the music play. So nobody could kill we joy. We outside and we making noise. Tell them we go play, we go play, we go play, we go play.
Welcome back. We are having a conversation about Carnival with the Tunapuna-Piarco Regional Corporation Carnival Committee, looking at the schedule of activities, and we will be speaking with Neil Bihari Singh, Carnival Committee member, as well as Reginald Gregg. And we say thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. And I want to start off, what are some of the main differences when we think of Carnival in a space like Tunapuna versus Tong or Sando? What are some of those things that you look forward to? I see you have an answer ready to jump out, Mr. Reginald.
Well, thanks for having us on the show here tonight, this morning. But I want to correct you. The name of the committee, the Tunapuna Cultural and Festivals Committee.
Thank you so much.
All right, and we are a small committee, but we're doing a lot. All right, you asked about the difference between Port of Spain and Tunapuna. Of course, Port of Spain is a very large, a grand area, and of course, the carnival there will be also grand. Tunapuna, we have masqueraders, we have everything that Port of Spain would have, just on a smaller scale. So we have our Juve parade of bands Monday, Tuesday, and it flows nicely. We are putting things together, and we're trying to develop that Tunapuna Carnival to be bigger and greater as we go along.
I think there's something to be said for the ability to have a level of family and community in a space where people say, okay, well, we can treat it a little differently. But what are some of the things that we're looking forward to? I know what's happening on the 25th, Mr. Neil?
The 25th, we have the Calypso Senior Finals. It's supposed to be a grand affair, as always. Right? It's held at the Moonlighting Pub. And entrance fee is $100. We have 14
finalists,
contestants that would meet the reigning monarch, which is Anastasia Richardson. She's the reigning champ from last year.
And I'm smiling because I think it was Sorrows, Borrows Tears, or something along
good memory.
along those lines. And she's also in Skinner Park on Saturday coming.
Yes.
So we'll see what is happening. But what are some of the other, and that is the thing too, because when you go to competitions like this, sometimes you get the opportunity to see somebody you didn't hear the song yet, or you're not going to see them in other places. So who are some of those people who are going to be some of the 14?
Well, we would know the results a little later today. Because last night was the last of the semi-finals. So
we'll know
a little later today, we would know the 14.
And with that in mind, how do people keep up to date with what is happening to say, okay, well, these are the 14, or these are the places that we can still go to get tickets with regard to the committee?
Being the PRO of the committee, we have a Facebook page where we post Tunapuna Cultural Festival Committee. That's the name of the committee. So we have a Facebook page where we post upcoming events, and we even post events that have passed,
and
because some persons would have missed, persons would have missed what has gone before. So we tell them what has gone before and what to expect moving forward.
And that's not just rubbing salt in the wound to say, look what all you missed out on.
Yes. Like last night, I had to let them know, what they had missed so far. So we're hoping to get a good turnout as we move along as Carnival progresses.
And there are also other things, because yes, you spoke about the Senior Calypso Finals on Tuesday, but there's also Junior Parade of Bands, as well as Juve Parade. And what are some of the other things?
Well, we have a Monday midnight mass, but we call it a jersey mass now. So you come up with your jersey, your short pants, you just play yourself, normal kind of thing. You portray whatever you want to portray, either as an individual or you can have a small band. So we're looking forward to that. We also have the bomb competition on Monday night, where we have our steel bands come out and play a bomb tune, and we judge them on their performance.
And go into that a little more, please, Mr. Reginald, because one of the things that I'm very excited about is the way that we as a people are embracing Pan a little more. And in terms of the bomb tune, because many times people say, okay, well, they know Pan and they know Panorama, but some of those differences between the bomb tune, even like how close people can be to the bands when they're performing.
Yeah, because what happens is that, well, the bomb tune would be something different from the kaiso and the soca. So what happens is that they may choose some sort of contemporary piece to play, and of course they're going to be judged according to how they perform and how their little arrangement in between there.
And not continue. We have the bomb competition, and we have the panorama of 2025 competition as well. So we have 2 judging points. One of the main judging point, which is the bomb competition, and Moonlighting Pub is the other judging area where they play the panorama tune for 2025.
Okay. But these things don't happen with just good intentions. You need resources to make them run. What has sponsorship been like this year?
Very poor. Our sponsors this year, some didn't turn up. They cried the economy and so on. And we failed to get anything from our past sponsors. However, the Prime Minister's office stepped in, the office of the Prime Minister, and we got a sizable donation from them to help us with what the regional body gave us, Regional Carnival.
Okay. Is there anyone else who would have stepped in to kind of help fill that gap, even if not totally?
We liaised with the chairman of the corporation, and they came with us together. We joined, and we did one of the biggest launch we had so far in Tunapuna.
Last Thursday, we had a big launch.
Last Thursday on the Eastern Main Road. So that was good. All the Tunapuna was filled on the street.
It was a grand turnout, and again, we have to thank the chairman of the Tunapuna-Piarco Regional Corporation, Mr. Josiah Austin. He really put out for us, and when we went to him for assistance, and he said, well, if my name calling in this, it had to be good. So that is how we decided that we're going to do something grand. All right, we had our Tasarama competition on the 31st, and that was a good turnout also. Yeah.
And that's one of the things I also appreciate about Tunapuna specifically, in terms of like that mix. You get a little bit of everything, and even then, they're not shy about saying, okay, well, this is happening, these are good things that are happening in Tunapuna. So I think everybody, with regard to posting what it is they get in the market lately and what it is they're getting for this price, but there's also last lap as well.
Yes.
So ringing it out in fine style, as people like to say.
That's right. We'll be jumping behind the truck, whoever wants to join in, and that starts from around maybe around 8 o'clock. Last lap till around 11 or till the police decide to turn off the music and send everybody home.
But we spread the carnival. We had the Tasarama in El Dorado, and our activities is along from El Dorado to Tunapuna. So the activities are spread. Even the Juve, we have a judging point at Massey Stores near McCoy Road, and the Detour Stores. So the Detour Stores is the main judging point. Right? So the bands must pass at both judging points in order to receive a prize.
And we have about a minute and a half, and I'm from an area where you kind of have an idea, okay, well, yes, I know that person from the area. Do you find a lot of people coming from outside of Tunapuna to enjoy that space for the festivities? Yes,
definitely, because some of the bands that are competing, not only from Tunapuna, but we have bands from Aruka, we have bands from Arima, especially with the Kiddies Carnival. So because we have that variety, different areas competing, of course, they will have their support behind them. So that's how it's a mix. We have people from different areas coming to the carnival.
Juve in Tunapuna is just after Port of Spain. It's one of the biggest things after Port of Spain. You know, we have plenty bands, large bands, bands that hold probably 300 and more.
Yeah.
Wow, well, I need to look for some of these bands, because yes, I've done Juve in San Fernando, I've done it in Port of Spain, but I think only wetting my appetite, you know, must be everything.
Always. We always have one of the best Juves. People come from all over to enjoy our Juve.
And once again, I think you have that spirit of that community spirit as well. So sometimes people, they're not necessarily wetting the feet, but saying, okay, well, I prefer this. So while you're growing and you're working on growing, don't grow too big. So some people still have that kind of community atmosphere.
One thing I want to emphasize on is the police effort in it. You know, we have stakeholders meeting, police call at St. Joseph Police Station. We have meetings there where we call all the stakeholders together to have a safe carnival, to ensure that we have a safe carnival. And thanks to the ESP and all his subordinates, you know, to bring this to so that we can have a safe carnival.
And with that, we want to thank you very much, gentlemen, Mr. Neil Bihari Singh, as well as Mr. Reginald Gregg, for the Tunapuna Cultural and Festival Committee.
Got it right this time.
Yes, giving us an idea of what is happening in Tunapuna and letting us know that we have options. We have options. And we know that you have options, and you have chosen to spend your morning with us on the Now Morning Show. Stay with us. We return after this.